Hello, everyone. My name is Akari Jensen, and I'm the principal of the Northwest Outdoor Science School. I'm here to walk you through the permission and student health history form that is required for your student to attend outdoor school. This is actually a form that we ask all families to fill out, whether or not your student is attending outdoor school. The reason for that is it's very helpful for us to know how many students are attending and how many students are opting out, and the reasons why people are opting out. That helps us to make improvements to our program in future years. So for this permission and student health history form, please do complete this in blue or black ink. Please no pencil. That makes it really hard for us to read, and our nurses appreciate it when it's in ink. This form is confidential. It will be viewed by your student's teacher, the nurse at our outdoor school site, as well as the site supervisor. It is also going to be archived and destroyed by us once your student has left outdoor school. The things that we ask everybody to fill out, whether or not your student is attending, are right here: the student's name, student school ID number, the school, the teacher's name, and whether the student is planning to attend, yes or no. If your student is not attending, we do really appreciate you sharing with us just briefly why you are choosing for your student to stay home. Then if your child is not attending, then you are done with this form. If your student is attending outdoor school, we will go on. This is the required signature of a parent or a legal guardian. Very important that we have this signature. It is your child's permission to attend outdoor school. So the things that you are agreeing to are giving permission for your student to attend, to receive emergency care when needed, and agreeing to arrange pickup and transportation for your student if requested by outdoor school. The most common reason for that is your student is ill, but there could be situations where there's an injury or there's behavior reasons why your student needs to go home, and we are not allowed to transport students in our personal vehicles at outdoor school. So that is your responsibility to either arrange pickup from someone that you know or yourself, or for the school to provide that for your child. We do have a photo opt-out, so we take pictures of students while they're at outdoor school, and we use that for promotional purposes and for others to know, future families to know what outdoor school is like. If you do not want your students' image used in that way, please just check this box and we will be sure not to take photos of them while they're at outdoor school. Moving on to the contact information section, please provide us with contact information for legal guardians of this student. That's really important. Again, if there are any reasons why we need a student to be transported offsite, we do need to get in touch with someone. Please also provide us with an emergency contact, as well as your student's physician's name. In the health and medical information section, we ask for the birth date and age of the student. These two sections here, any activities that are not allowed, or any prosthetics that will be sent. If your student has any mobility needs or challenges, we do need to know that ahead of time so that we can make sure to accommodate your student, and we absolutely can accommodate them. If they shouldn't, for example, be running, that's helpful to know. If they are going to need a lot of breaks when they're walking up steep hills, as another example, that's helpful to know in this section. The section below on any concerns about your student's social emotional needs, those may be things that are described on an IEP or a 504, and they may not be. We also have a separate form that's called the Religious Observances and Other Accommodations form. There's another video for that. And that has a lot more lines. So if there's any situation that you are feeling like you can't fit on the lines that are provided on this health form, please use the Other Accommodations form and feel free to write as much as you need to in paragraph form to give us as much context as we can for your students. The more information that we have about students, the better that we can support them while they're at outdoor school. We also ask whether your student has an IEP or a 504. And then the rest of this page is all about medical needs and medical situations that your student might encounter. So allergies, asthma, whether your student carries an EpiPen, if there's special dietary needs, or if they have any of the conditions listed here. On the second and final page of the student health history form, please do make sure that your student's name is listed at the top of the page. That just helps us to make sure when we're looking at someone's medications that we're looking at the right person's medications. So in terms of medications, if your student is bringing prescriptions or over-the-counter medications, they must come in the original container. Our nurses cannot provide those to students if they do not come in the original container. We also ask that you please put the name of the medication and dosage, as well as the time of day and the purpose of the medication and instructions, one row per medication that your student is bringing. Something to note is that vitamins and supplements require a doctor's note in order for us to be able to administer them. And that is because they are not regulated by the FDA. So they are not covered under the standing orders that a physician writes for our outdoor school nurses. Those would be things like melatonin, multivitamins, homeopathic remedies for allergies, for example. So if you have anything that's a vitamin or a supplement, those are things that we need a doctor's note in order to be able to administer them. In addition, we also have several over-the-counter medications stocked at our sites. So you do not need to send any of the following items. We have antihistamines, we have painkillers, we have throat lozenges and cough drops. So again, those are not things that you need to bring or supply with your child. If there are any medications that you do not want your student to take, you would list them here. And then we'll move down to the final piece, which is the permission for administration of medication. This box is what allows our nurses to administer medication to your child. Those could be prescription or over the counter. We still need this signature in order to be able to administer it. This is you giving us that permission. It also gives us permission to administer any of the over-the-counter medications that you said were okay, or that you didn't list on the medications that you don't want your student to take. There are some exceptions to those, and they are in these check boxes right here. So if you, for example, only want your student to take medications that have been sent with them, so you do not want your student taking any of the medications that we have on site, you would check this box and again, sign and date here. If you do not want your student being given any medication at all in any form, please check this box and sign and date here. And this last one is no blood or blood products. What that's referring to is if your student needed emergency care and was being transported off-site, sometimes they need to use blood products as the course of care. Some people have a religious objection to that. And if that's you, if you do not want your student receiving blood or blood products, you would check that box. But again, that is for emergency care off-site of outdoor school. We would not be providing students with blood or blood products at an outdoor school site. So this signature is required for every student who is attending outdoor school. So please make sure before you submit your health form to your student's teacher that you have 2 signatures and the entire form filled out. So one signature on the back page and one signature on the front page. And once you've turned this into your student's teacher, they will submit it to our office and your student is ready to go to outdoor school. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to reach out.